tomorrow we travel across town for the North London derby away at Tottenham. In this video, I preview that match. Hello, my name is Richard and welcome back to my channel over and over and over again, the Positive Arsenal channel. In this video, I'm going to look ahead to tomorrow's big North London derby here at White Hart Lane against Tottenham. Just before I do that, I want to make sure that you are subscribed to my channel. If you like what I do, please click the subscribe button down in the corner there. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up as well. And if you've got any comments to make about the match tomorrow, about anything to do with Arsenal at all, please drop them in the comments box because I do love to hear from you guys as well. So, previous meetings, and we've actually met Tottenham 201 times in all competitions. That's not just North London derbies, of course, that does go back to our time playing in Woolwich as well. Now, we've won 82, Spurs have won 65, and there has been 54 draws. Recent years, though, things haven't gone too well for us in this particular fixture. We've not won any of our last 6 league visits to Tottenham. That's 2 draws and 4 defeats in that time. And that goes back to March 2014, our last victory with that goal from Thomas Rosicky, if you remember. We did win, of course, in the League Cup since then in 2015, but in the league, I say we've not won in our last 6 visits. In fact, we've only won twice in the last 12 league meetings with Tottenham, both home and away. There's been 6 draws and we've lost 4. We've also only won 1 of our last 12 league visits to Tottenham. That's 4 draws and 7 defeats. And that goes all the way back to September 2007 when we won 3-1, which was strange because that was actually the end of a run of only 1 defeat in 12, where we'd won 3 and drawn 8. So draws have been the most popular result in this fixture, certainly in recent years. Going back even further, we've only won 3 of our last 21 league visits. That's 10 draws and 8 defeats. And in fact, in Premier League history, that's 28 league visits in total in the Premier League. We've only won 5, we've drawn 12 and lost 11. It's been 25 meetings since the last goalless draw between the sides. That was in January 2009. In fact, it's one of the most high-scoring games in Premier League history. Last season, of course, our first visit to this stadium, and we did lose that game 2-1, if you remember, having led briefly with a goal from Alexander Lacazette. And the last hat-trick in this fixture was actually 42 years ago, December 1978. Of course, it was Alan Sunderland who scored that hat-trick for Arsenal as we won 5-0. A repeat of that on Sunday would be most welcome. So the predicted lineup then, it's quite difficult to read what Arteta's going to do, certainly in recent games, anything to go by. And lots of different changes to formation, although he has seemed to have settled now with the 4 at the back. It's just which 4 are going to be playing in this particular game. I think Leno's going to start in goal again. He did miss the Europa League game, of course, the other night, but he'll be back in goal for this one. I think it will be a back 4 again. I'm going to say it's going to be Bellerin. I think Gabriel will be back. I wouldn't be surprised actually if Pablo Mari gets the game because David Luiz probably still won't be able to be fit to play due to his head injury last week. And Pablo Mari, of course, came into the Europa League game and scored a great goal, didn't he? So I won't be surprised if he gets a place. Or alternatively, I guess it's Rob Holding, isn't it? Of course, has been filling in for David Luiz in previous matches. And of course, the left back will be Kieran Tierney as usual. In midfield, I think we'll have the 2 again, sort of sitting midfielders. I think El Neni may well keep his place. Now he's back fit again, of course, with Thomas Partey out injured. It's just who's going to play alongside him. I thought Ainsley Maitland-Niles did himself big favours, didn't he, against Rapid Vienna with a great performance in central midfield. But will Arteta trust him in a big game like this in that position? I'm not sure if he will. I think he might favour Dani Ceballos or possibly Granit Xhaka to partner El Neni. So I think that will be the partnership there. You're then going to have the 3, I think, in behind the striker. I think up front will be Aubameyang, as he has been playing in the last couple of games. And I think the 3 could be Nelson on the right, of course, instead of the suspended Nicolas Pepe. I think Saka may well get the nod again on the left. And I won't be surprised in this game, actually, if Lacazette comes in, maybe just in the role just behind the striker, as he played against Rapid Vienna. Of course, he scored a great goal, didn't he? I wouldn't be surprised if maybe Arteta goes with that. And obviously trying to get maybe Lacazette and Aubameyang playing a little bit closer together as well, and to try to help us be a little bit more dangerous going forward. So I won't be surprised if the lineup's something along those lines. But knowing Mikel Arteta, no doubt he'll throw in one or two surprises, and there'll be a couple of different players in there. I say Maitland-Niles could be one to look out for in that midfield position. Without Thomas Partey, I think he would be the ideal player to come in and play that role. But I'm not quite sure whether Arteta will trust him in this game, so I wouldn't necessarily expect that to happen. I say the rest of the team, I think that's what we're going to see. It's good that we're getting a few players back from injury as well now. Obviously, Pablo Mari's back. Callum Chambers as well came on, didn't he, the other night, which is good to see him back as well. And of course, Gabriel Martinelli's not that far away from the return either. So hopefully things can start to turn around for us and we can start to pick up a few more positive results. So what place to start than here, of course, tomorrow. That'd be fantastic, wouldn't it? In terms of predicted scoreline, this is a tough one to call, isn't it? Form and everything else usually goes out the window in these derby matches. I can remember lots of times down the years when we've been flying high and Tottenham have been struggling and they pulled off a result against us. So, I'm not too worried about the fact that Spurs are top of the league at the moment and playing well. I don't think that's really going to be a factor. Tottenham are playing with a lot of confidence at the moment. But derby matches can go either way. And I do feel as though if we put in a good performance, we've got a chance. It's just whether or not we can do that. We obviously need to be a little bit more of a threat going forward than we have been, because Spurs do score goals. They've got goal scoring threat all through their team. And I think we're going to struggle to keep a clean sheet. So I think it's going to be quite an open game. I think there'll be goals in it. Can we score enough to get a result? That's going to be the question, isn't it? But I'm going to try and be optimistic and positive. So I'm going to predict Tottenham 2, Arsenal 2. So it's a really big game, isn't it, now on Sunday for both teams, actually. I can't remember a North London derby where Tottenham have been top of the league before. Certainly not in my lifetime, I can remember that. So it's a big game, isn't it, for us as well. We're struggling down in 14th place. We desperately need to start a run of good performances more than anything else. We've got a lot of big games coming up between now and Christmas. It's a busy schedule. If we can get a result here tomorrow, then that could be the lift that we need to send us on a good run going into that busy period. I'm not confident that we can win the game. I just feel as though Tottenham are playing well at the moment, and I think it's going to be very difficult for us. But I'll be quite happy with a draw. And if we get a draw, particularly if the performance is good, then I really do feel as though that could push us on and lift us for the next few weeks. It's a big game for us, and I'm looking to see a reaction to the performance, especially in the Premier League. But away from home, we tend to be better, don't we? Our last 2 away games, we've picked up 4 points and haven't conceded a goal. So if we can take that form into this game, then there's no reason why we can't come away with a result. I mean, a win would be fantastic, wouldn't it? What a lift that would give everybody at the club, and it may actually be the difference between us having a good Christmas and not, I suppose. So the important thing for me is the performance. Let's put in a good performance and hopefully the result will follow. So that's that there, a little preview of the big North London derby tomorrow. Please let me know your thoughts in the comments, what you feel that the team lineup will be, what your score prediction would be, and how you see the rest of December going. Is this a make or break game? If we do lose here on the back of the results we've had recently, is that going to be the beginning of the end maybe for Arteta? So please let me know what you think in the comments below. Stay tuned to the channel as well. I will be doing a watch along of the game tomorrow, and I am trying to see if I can get some coverage of the Arsenal women as well against Birmingham. See if I can get some coverage of that and do a watch along of that. But if I can't find a stream, I won't be able to. And then on Monday I'll be doing a full review of the game, looking at the positives and the negatives. Hopefully more positives come out of this game than anything else. Also on Monday evening as well, I'll be doing my regular weekly Premier League roundup as well, with a special guest coming on. We'll do that live on Monday night as well. So stay tuned to channel, lots coming on. Thanks to everyone who's followed the channel so far, supported me. Thanks to all my subscribers. I've had a few new subscribers in the last couple of weeks, so thanks for that. Hope you're enjoying the content. If you do, please share it around. I am trying to keep this channel as positive as possible. It's been getting difficult the last few weeks, but I'm still trying to keep it positive, and hopefully this game tomorrow will give us lots to be positive about. That's the hope, isn't it? So I say thanks for watching, thanks for the support of the channel, and of course in the meantime, as always, come on you Gunners!